So today we shall be solving numericals based on vectors. Numericals cannot be solved by formulae alone. Formulae learn करके आप numerical solve नहीं कर सकते हो. You should understand and remember the theory, the theoretical concepts very well. Theory concepts अगर clear हैं, then and only then you'll be able to solve the numericals. So let us start the numericals of scalars and vectors. Come to the first question. Two vectors P and Q have magnitudes 3 units and 4 units respectively. क्या बोल रहा है वो? There are two vectors P and Q and their magnitudes are given. So magnitude of P, ऊपर arrow नहीं है, means it is magnitude of P, it is 3 units, and magnitude of Q is 4 units. And it says R is the resultant of P and Q. P और Q का resultant मतलब addition है vector R. Okay. Find the magnitude and direction of R. R का magnitude find करना है. No arrow here, means magnitude of R. And its direction. Its direction means what? Alpha. If you remember the theory, alpha kya tha? The angle made by the resultant with the first vector. So you have to find the value of alpha, magnitude and direction. Correct? So further he says, when the angle between P and Q is how much? 30 degree. Means theta. Angle between P and Q, theta, is how much? 30 degree. So this is your data. Now to find R and alpha, what formula you are going to use? Resultant R in magnitude is given by under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is the formula that we derived in law of parallelogram of vector addition. That is equal to under root P is 3 plus Q is 4 plus 2 into 3 into 4 into cos of 30 degree. Theta is 30 degree. So that will be equal to under root 9 3 ka square plus 16 4 square plus 2 into 3 6 into 4 24 and cos of 30 degree. How much is cos of 30 degree? Root 3 by 2. Right? So this will be 2 ones are, 2 12s are. That is equal to under root 9 plus 16 is 25 plus 12 root 3. Now you have to solve this. कुछ वैल्यूज आपको मालूम होते हैं, मालूम होना चाहिए. जैसे रूट 2 is 1.414 and root 3 is 1.732. Because these are frequently used in calculations. तो root 2 की वैल्यू आपको मालूम होनी चाहिए 1.414, root 3 की वैल्यू 1.732. So this will be under root 25 plus 12 into 1.732, that is equal to under root 25 plus 4, or that is under root, that will be 45.784. So it is under root 45.784. This is the magnitude of the resultant. अब इसको calculate करना है. You have to find the root of 45.784. For that, you will need log table. then you have to find the direction of resultant R. Direction means you have to find alpha. So for calculating alpha, we use the formula tan alpha is equal to q sine theta upon t plus q cos theta. That is our formula. That is equal to q is 4 into sine theta is 30 degree upon p is 3 plus 4 into cos of 30. That is equal to 4 into sine 30 is 1 by 2 upon 3 plus 4 into cos 30 root 3 by 2. 2 ones are, 2 twos are. This is equal to 4 into half, that is 2 upon 3 plus 2 into root 3 की value 1.732, that is equal to 2 upon 3 plus, that is equal to 2 upon this plus this 6.464. So tan alpha is equal to 2 upon 6.464. Now again here you'll have to use log table to find out this calculation and to find alpha from tan alpha. Again you'll have to use log table. That also we are going to see afterwards. At present, this is your answer for present, for this time, for this instant. This is your answer. Final answer is not this one. You'll have to calculate it and we'll learn how to calculate it separately. Coming to the next question. Coordinates of point A are 2, -1, 3. Coordinates of point B are 4, 2, and 5 respectively. You have to find the vector AB. पॉइंट ए और बी के कोऑर्डिनेट्स दिए हैं और वेक्टर ए बी हमको फाइंड करना है. 3 कोऑर्डिनेट्स हैं x, y and z because the point is in space, not in any one of the plane. So there are 3 coordinates x, y and z. How to do this? For that we shall first see if it is 2 coordinate system. So because it is easy to understand from 2 coordinate systems. Suppose this is x axis and this is y axis. Suppose एक पॉइंट है A या कोई भी एक पॉइंट ले लो, कुछ भी नाम दो उसको. Forget about this at present, इसको छोड़ दो. Okay, any point A in 2 coordinate system. Suppose A के coordinates हैं 3 and 2. X coordinate है 3, Y coordinate है 2. तो ये होगा वो point. X coordinate is 3, Y coordinate is 2. So suppose this is the point A. Okay. तो point A के coordinates अगर आपको पता है, you know the coordinates of point A, then you can locate that point. And if you can locate that point, you can draw its position vector. You remember position vector, right? Vector drawn from origin to the position of the particle. So you can draw the position vector of point A. So if you know the coordinates of point A, you can locate the point. And if you can locate the point, you can draw its position vector. अब सपोज दूसरा पॉइंट है B जिसके कोऑर्डिनेट्स हैं सपोज 2 and 3 सपोज. तो ये होगा वो पॉइंट. This is suppose point B. You can locate that point and you can draw its position vector. So you draw OA and you draw OB. तो पॉइंट A और B के कोऑर्डिनेट्स मालूम हैं तो हम दोनों के पोजीशन वेक्टर्स ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं, isn't it? लेकिन हमको फाइंड क्या करना है, वेक्टर ए बी। हमको ये वेक्टर फाइंड करना है, वेक्टर ए बी। हाउ कैन यू फाइंड वेक्टर ए बी? इस डायग्राम में हम बोल सकते हैं कि अप्लाइंग ट्रायंगल लॉ, वेक्टर ओ ए प्लस वेक्टर ए बी इज इक्वल टू वेक्टर ओ बी. OA plus AB is equal to OB, and then you can say vector AB will be equal to vector OB minus vector OA. So vector AB will be vector OB minus vector OA. What can you do? Vector OB, ये वाला वेक्टर कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? वो वेक्टर can be written in Ix plus jy, और अगर तीन कोऑर्डिनेट्स हैं तो प्लस kz. रिमेंबर दैट एनी वेक्टर कैन बी रिटन एज Ix plus jy plus kz. तो वेक्टर OB का x कोऑर्डिनेट है 2, तो Ix मतलब 2 प्लस Ix प्लस jy, j इंटू y कितना है वेक्टर एक बी का? y है 3. तो ये वेक्टर OB है एक्चुअली 2i plus 3j. ये क्या है? वेक्टर OB is 2i plus 3j. सिमिलरली व्हाट विल बी वेक्टर OA? इसका x कोऑर्डिनेट है 3, y कोऑर्डिनेट है 2, तो वेक्टर OA क्या होगा? 3i plus 2j, Ix plus jy, 3i plus 2j. Getting the point? Getting it clear? So in this form we can write the vectors and then you can subtract them to get the value of vector AB. So coming back to our question, अपना जो क्वेश्चन है, it is in 3 coordinates, तो वहां पर z coordinate भी होगा. So let us solve it now. So these are the coordinates of point A. So position vector of A, that is OA, will be equal to 2i, this is -1, -1j plus 3k. Similarly, vector OB will be 4i plus 2j plus 5k. So you got vector OA, you got vector OB. और जैसे हमने देखा था, सपोज ये है वेक्टर OA, ये है वेक्टर OB, you have to find vector AB, then OA plus AB is equal to OB. So vector OA plus vector AB is equal to vector OB. You have to find this. So vector AB will be equal to vector OB minus vector OA. That is equal to vector OB is 4i plus 2j plus 5k and minus vector OA. So it will become 2i minus minus plus j minus plus minus 3k. Therefore, vector AB will be equal to 4i minus 2i, 2i plus 2j plus j plus 3j plus 5k minus 3k plus 2k. So your answer is vector AB is equal to 2i plus 3j plus 2k. That will be your final answer. Coming to the next question. What vector added to 2i minus 2j plus k? 2i minus 2j plus k. ये एक वेक्टर है and 2i minus k, 2i minus k, ये दो वेक्टर्स हैं. और क्या पूछ रहा है? व्हाट वेक्टर एडेड टू दीज टू? इन दोनों में कौन सा वेक्टर ऐड करना पड़ेगा to give a unit vector along negative y-axis. If you remember, I, j and k, हमको चाहिए यूनिट वेक्टर इन निगेटिव वाई एक्सिस, मतलब माइनस जे, मतलब रिजल्टेंट क्या आना चाहिए हमारा, माइनस जे। तो इन दोनों में कौन सा वेक्टर ऐड करने पर ये रिजल्टेंट मिलेगा, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन। तो समझो इन दोनों में हम ऐड करते हैं सपोज वेक्टर ए, इन दोनों में वेक्टर ए ऐड करेंगे तो हमको रिजल्टेंट मिलेगा माइनस जे। यू हैव टू फाइंड दिस ए, वेरी सिंपल। Addition of this and this should be minus j. So 2i minus 2j plus k plus 2i minus k plus vector a should be equal to what? Negative vector, negative unit vector on y-axis means minus j. फाइंड करना है हमको वेक्टर ए, वेरी सिंपल नाउ। सो वेक्टर ए विल बी इक्वल टू, इधर माइनस जे है ऑलरेडी, शिफ्ट ऑल दिस क्वांटिटीज टू दैट साइड, माइनस 2i प्लस 2j माइनस k माइनस 2i प्लस k, राइट? देखो सही है, all the quantities shifted to that side, the signs will change. So vector A will be equal to minus j plus 2j, that is plus j, 2j minus j, minus 2i minus 2i minus 4i minus k plus k will get cancelled. So vector I is A is j minus 4i, or you can say vector A is minus 4i plus j. So this is your answer. Today I am taking only these three questions deliberately. The purpose is that you should go through these three questions properly, understand them, solve them. Okay, उसको एक बार दो बार खुद सॉल्व करो, मेथड अच्छी तरह से ध्यान में रखते हुए, एंड टुमारो विल गो टू मोर क्वेश्चंस, एंड इन टुमारोज सेशन विल बी सॉल्विंग मोर क्वेश्चंस. Okay, so have a nice time, good day, bye bye.